Hey, there they are. Who's that? Altruist. God, you're on, man, you are on top of it. First one in almost always. Love that. All right, just posting up here for the guys on the Discord here that they can join us. We'll give them a couple of minutes and we'll get started. So, Altruist, the mic balance is all right? Sounds all right? Looks like it's good on my end. That's pretty high, actually. Is that too high? Check. That's not bad. Turn it up a little bit. All right, let's see. We got an interesting lineup here today. Kind of a quiet day here. Let's see. So I've got SFUND is first up. These are the first two. Seedify and AGI. Okay, we'll get all good. Okay, great. Okay, we'll get started shortly. I better take a leak first. Crypto Bentley, that's right, live stream day. I have to say, it's my favorite day. It's when I get to interact with you guys more so than usual, and I like the intimacy and the real time nature of it. Rather, what I do on Friday is always kind of weird. So it's just a weird thing to talk to yourself for 2 hours, and then and then you gotta edit it, render it, upload it. That's a couple hours. Amazingly, you'd be shocked how long that takes. I just as soon do everything live. If I may make that change. That's something I had a poll on. Just do Wednesday and Fridays. Do them all live. I might put that poll out. I think you guys like it better too, if I'm not mistaken. That's something that might be worth checking on. All right, how we doing? We're 33. I'll give it another minute or two. And Crypto Bentley, are you in here? I didn't see you on the list. Maybe you did. Late post. Oh, come on, man. You're pretty regular poster in here. You got nothing? Wait, no, you're not in here. Come on, man, give me something. What's at the top of your watch list? Something, anything, trads. Alts, right? If we got a lot of crypto today. Actually, I look down here. There's actually less crypto than I thought. All right, let's see. What are we at? 34. Okay, that's probably time to get started here. All right, Crypto Bentley. While I'm starting on these first two, come on, man, post something for me. What do I got? Okay, so are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Let's get the disclaimer off. Now, I know it's usually I'll wait until it shows up for you guys because it's a pretty long delay. It's a good 30, 40 seconds. So before I start talking, you still have disclaimer. God lice up. It's an interesting handle. It makes me think of Charlemagne the God. These are interesting handles. Oh, there we are. Okay, we're good to go. All right, guys, let's get it rolling here. So first up, this is from his handle is Godlysop. That's an unusual handle. And he's asking for, he actually posted this, you guys, which I don't mind this at all. You guys have taken to posting not just on Wednesdays, but he posted this last week. But a couple of interesting candidates here, so let's take a peek here. Right, so this is what I do. Because since you guys don't post the exchange that you're on, or whatever, I just well, let me rephrase now. If it's something that can be traded in the U.S. markets, so if it's Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini, something where you can trade it in the U.S., I'm going to defer to that, just because statistically I know the majority of our followers are in the U.S. If it's not, then I just take where the one of the top two with regards to volume. So if I look it up, so if I go to SFU and look it up, I'm going to, okay, where's the, well, that's ND USDT. I'm just going to go to, okay, the top one is usually where there's the most history, most volume. I think it's most volume. That's how they list it. So I went to Qcoin here. Now U.S. residents, sadly, we can't trade there anymore. It's annoying. It's fucking stupid, but we can't. So this would be for international traders. Now, pretty clean count here. So, okay, so you bring something up like this, right? Whenever I'm looking at something for the first time, I always start on the daily. Okay, let's get a big picture. Okay, so, all right, well, it looks like, well, this looks like it's technical, right? So here's your classic, 3, right? We go up. All right, see, I mean, here, I know Elliott Wave doesn't work anymore. You don't see that stuff anymore, right? So we've got 5 going up. We got 3 coming down. Looks like it's technical as well, right? So, so I get the thinking like, okay, well, fuck, man. We're talking about over here. Why do we care over here? Because we want to see, all right, well, how's it trading? Is it technical? Well, that looks like it might be a 50. So let's check it. Not quite. Let's double check. Let's check again. Let's see how we look here. Okay, pretty good there. All right, so of course the question, right, always is, where's Al? Is he in here? What's he doing, right? So, okay. Is he in here? How do we confirm it's an algo, right? Not this. It's not the 50%. That's common as anything you'll ever see in the market. It's that. It's the reaction at the target, right? The 23.6. That's how we confirm. We know without any question that's an algo. Now, you'll recall an algo hitting its target is not a buy signal. It's a confirmation when you see that. I mean, look at the reaction coming off of that. We go past the origin of it. You think that's coincidental? Yeah, I would beg to differ with you. It is not. We are not that precise. Well, it's pretty tiny too. Or again, I mean, I can't help but see 3s and 5s, right? I literally, it's impossible for me to see a chart and not see it. Looks like you'd probably do this as a combo, since that's such a clear 3 to finish it, and you got a nice 5 that finishes. So working backwards, that would be a ABC. So some sort of WXY to finish that, right? Then straight up. Looks, with the exception of the tiny 1, it's very similar to this impulse that flies up here. Okay, so we have something that's trading very technically. It's showing nice. Somebody's playing good Elliott ball. Okay, right. So this isn't rocket science. Swing low, completed the 5, and we're not at a 50 at a fair value gap. Who gave me this one? Godlysop? That's not too terribly challenging. Now, I guess the question would be, okay, well, what's that? Well, at first blush, wouldn't your first thought would be A? No, we haven't really dug in there yet. Sorry, allergies just killing me right now. Okay, so let's go. All right, what do we got? 1, 2. Well, You know, I mean, the 2 to the, it's not great, right? But, you know, you take it out of log scale, you're not going to call that 4 or 5. So you're kind of stuck with it. Sometimes it's what the market's offering. Now, we can look here and we can look at this and say, okay, well, swing low, swing high. You know, again, there's rude. I don't mean to be, I don't want to insult your intelligence, but okay, swing low, swing high, we're at the 50, right? So this would be the buy zone. But if we're going to apply some Elliott here, do we have a good enough 3 there? That would be the question. So let's go down a little bit and say, okay. Now I do have, I've got my favorite here, Ethereum's. Let's take that off just for a second. Okay, what do we got here? Well, you're probably stuck with a 1-2 there. Looks like another 1-2. So as I look at it, and I have no idea what they're about, why they exist. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just okay. Well, how do they trade? Well, trades like all the rest of them, because it's machine. Well, it's machines that trade it, but it's people that wrote the code for the machines, right? So ultimately, it's people that are trading it. So well, let's just see. Can we do something here? Do we want to do this? Coming in for a 5? Well, okay. Right, so you got to put them somewhere. So that's just a starting point. So let's look here, right? Okay, if that's a 3, 4, do we want to do this, right? So just it looks like the internal that might fly. So perhaps, right, we'd finish it here. Let's go down, do something like that. Is that going to be B? A, B. Well, it's hard to tell. It's hard to call it since we don't have. Well, let's start there and see if we like it enough, right? It may be that we just don't have a trade that's ripe here, but let's. Oh, put that in yellow here as I tend to do for corrections. Okay, decent. It's decent. It's certainly self-contained, right? If we, nice self-contained in that channel. Here's the break of the channel. So here's some classic price action trading, right? This is courtesy of Al Brooks, right? A break of the channel is not the first break of the channel, never the buy signal, right? It's always it's who buys here? Retail, right? So retail buys it, but we know from many years of Al Brooks providing us with good price action phenomenon, right? When we break, it's almost always the precursor to a new low, right? So there it is. There's the new low that comes. Looks like that's going to be too far for golden, so that's maybe wicks. Right? It looks like it's wicks only. Get on there, right? So it is indeed. That's just wick, right? So ICT, one of his quotes that I do like: "Wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story." So that's likely a stop run. You ready for that? Well, 1, 2, right? So I don't think that looks like it's done, does it? Right, 1, 2. I don't know that I want to put the 3 there, right? Oops. 4. Oh, come here. 4, 3. Maybe down a little lower on that C. Now, here? So, let me try and speed this up a little bit. Here, I've never looked at this one. 1, 2. Okay, right. So again, just usual tools, right? I don't change it based on what I see here. Okay, right. So how do we qualify it? Okay, well, it's long enough. It looks like you might be complete there. What do I have below? Okay, so clearly that's a good 1, 2, right? That's looks like we've got a candidate here for a good 3. All right, so is it ripe for a buy? Well, I don't see why you'd want to be buying here. So your thought would be, oh, well, I'm in the discount. Maybe I could be a buyer here. Well, again, if you're going to apply Elliott Wave, wouldn't you be anticipating that? I might bring this over here, right? So we have now, okay, we have if we're going to try and assume an impulse here, we have an invalidation point. So we put that there. Again, it's just the same thing every time, right? That's our edge. All right, so we come here. Let's go to our wave 4 template, right? Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, looking for a 4 somewhere in that pocket. Oh, you probably got your little supply sitting right here. This is unmitigated. Oops, come back. unmitigated little, that would be some bearish order flow, as in it's a swing up before coming down. So if we come back into that pocket, you can make a case there that would be, I don't know, sell zone. A gun to my head, someone says, well, you're going to have to trade it. I'd be waiting for that short to trade that. See, why do I say that, right? It's not so much, I have high conviction in this count. Where's the better risk reward, on the short or the long? If I want to try, let's try to see if I can get that right there, right? So, and let's use golden zone as a target. That's 5-1. Okay, if I'm a buyer, I have to turn that around. So first thing, I'm assuming with that, we haven't had a retrace high enough here just so you could confirm that low is in, right? You'd have to, at the minimum, take out that swing, and that's internal, right? So really, to get the inducement, well, let's see, let's turn it back on. Where's our inducement? Well, looks like we have a little one right here. Right here, right? So this is all one move down. This is one of the reasons I like Ethereum. It's the only market structure indicator that does this. So this is the last swing high before we go down and create this low, right? So before we can call the low in, right? Because why not here? Why not here? Why not here? Right? Because they have to. It has to break the last swing high before it comes down. So before you could even consider the idea that perhaps we're in the start of a reversal, you're gonna have to take out that high. So all that does is confirm the low. That's it. That's the only function that it does here, because because otherwise, right, you've seen me do this many times, right? We come up here. Oh, lows in. Nope. Lows in. Oh, nope. Nope. Lows in. Nope. Right. Oh, we take it now. Okay, lows in. Because otherwise, this is all just one swing lower. It's just one leg. Get that out of there. So come on up here. Okay, confirm that I have the 3 in. So ideally, right, again, you start to combine a little market structure with some Elliott Wave. Give me that, right? Oh, lows confirmed. Oh, up we come for the 4. Boom. A little fair value gap here, although it's been mitigated. This is what I drew in. Here's the fair value gap. It's not completely eradicated, right? We didn't close above it, but it's mitigated, right? So the algo doesn't need to come up here. Oh, get out of there. Again, as you see me do here, channeling is so critical to a good Elliott structure. It's easy. It's the most common thing people forget. Oh, the channeling. Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot about the channeling. Something like that. Right there. Right. See, look at the risk reward here. I don't need to be a tick, one more than a tick beyond that. Right, one tick beyond here, so I'm validated. So this can sit right there. I don't know that we're going to get it right at the 38, but if I'm teeing up a trade there, not quite 5-1. Assuming I can get to this, well, let's split the difference. 4.74 to 1. That's not particularly challenging, difficult one. Last thing we have here is break of structure right here. All right, so here's the last break of structure on this pivot low coming down. So we got to come back and confirm the low. Right? So not rocket science. Come down here, right at the golden zone. Look for a buy. Okay, that's the first one for God Lysop, and pretty straightforward. All right, this is the other one he gave me. I was just taking a peek at this before we started. AGI, Delysium. Well, this is a little bit of a judgment call. Looks like a good one here. This is the 4. So you've got all the ingredients here. So it looks like it's a triangle. So here's your 4. So we don't, if I draw it, so we don't overlap, right? So A, B, C, D, E. Here's the fulcrum point of the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got a good 1 there. It's kind of shallow on the 2. This gets a little, it's fine. It's not a great here. There's a clear 3 here. Looks like a 3 here, but you might have to do some sort of a 1. It almost doesn't matter. 3, 4. So the choice you have to make here is this, right? You have to look at this because you don't have a perfect solution. So this would have been ideal. right? But we don't get it, right? Market doesn't always cooperate. We don't get that, right? That would have been perfect spot for it. 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go, right? A little bit of an overlap here, but now I'm way too far over here. It's way too much time. So I don't feel that I want to connect those two. Now, I'm not saying that this is not possible. This ends up being the 4 and off we go. That's never what I'm saying. I'm just saying, looking at it, right, which is all we have is this moment in time, a snapshot right now. I'm much more inclined to do it this way, to think that we finished here because of the separation, the distance between the impulse and where I am now. It's too far. Again, I'm not saying it couldn't be the 4. It's just I wouldn't put money at risk on that, which is, we get to make that choice, right? Okay, if I'm not sure, no trade. If I come down here and hit the 50, well, now I'm more interested because now I can kind of lock in on, okay, I guess it was. It's a skinny 4. Right? So either you have the 4 here, which is way too disconnected from the impulse, or you have the short 4 here. You might even do it this way so you can give it a little more structure. Let's go to a 4 here. A, B, C. Do you need it? You might need it. So you don't have a perfect fit with your Elliott hat on. Okay, well now here I've got Ethereum on here, so we can look at the market structure. Well, there's the last break of structure. Here's a change of character. You want to take a trade there? Well, break of structure, deep retrace, but the retrace goes so far I have a change of character. So if I do this again, right, if we come down here and go again, now I'd have a break of structure, right? So that would confirm we have a trend change, right, at this degree on a 4-hour. Right, so as it sits right now, I have change of character, change of character. Where's the trend? Well, I think we could agree that it's on a longer term basis, right? It's hard to call this anything other than an uptrend from the low. Let's get you on there. Uptrend. We're retracing. Obviously, we'd like it better down here, right? It's just swing low to swing high. Can I buy it at the discount? Where do we want to buy it? Down here. Why would you want to buy it there? Because you're impatient? You have a hunch? Or technicals don't support the idea? I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Just you can't wait? Well, what if it goes up, man? What if it doesn't come down that far? Well, what if it does? Well, then would you have a new range here? Well, what has to happen? First thing, we got to break that pivot to confirm we get a low here. Otherwise, right, rolls over, rolls over, rolls over. I got to get up here. So where's the next trade? Right, let's get a break there, and let's just wait for the next zone. Got to come up here. I got to change. I got to get outside of this lower swing structure here. I got to have a change of character here. Now, if I retrace, okay, now I'm back on the buy side. Come on, give it to me in a 3, right? Now, very comfortable there. That would leave you kind of questioning, oh, well, what are we starting here? Is this going to be a shallow 2, or is this going to be, a 4 that's way offside from the impulse that started it? And there's no easy answer. Algo will be both, right? It'll be here as well as there. So from the 2, right? If you're in this camp, maybe, right? I'm saying it couldn't be. I'm just saying that's not the trade I would set up. It's, for what that's worth. Okay, I'm not sure. So give me a 5, give me a 3. Right in the pocket, I'll take that trade. Because I don't know if it's a 4 or if this is good, or if it's a shallow 2 and we're going to go 1-2, right? Algo doesn't care, right? It doesn't care. It's just going to use it. Well, this is the main one. It'll use dominant to dominant, but it'll use that secondary one. Well, okay. So the next question is, did they use it? A little wiki, but all wick nonetheless, right? So it's very well could be. But now that's a hunch. Let's see if we got it. We got a little sequence going here. Again, a little wiki on these. That could be. It's not enough volume in here. Looks like that would be another one. If I go here. Nope, it's too far. So just a little slop choppy, right? This is not, look, you see that? I mean, look at that. What's the count here? You got one? How about here? How about here? You don't. You don't. So what do you have to do? Well, I mean, you got a couple of choices. One thing you can do is go to a line chart and say, okay, can I break it down here based off of closes? Well, now you see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see this much better here. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a little trickier. Back to a daily. No easy answer, right? So just because you're kind of enamored with it, like, oh, Delysium, I read something about it, I like it. Is the technicals, are they really there to support the trade? If you're enthusiastically bullish here, why wouldn't you just get a little extra confirmation and wait for this to happen? Well, FOMO, right? What if it does that? Well, what if it does? What if it does do that? Is that a heartbreaker? Okay, well, you missed one. What's likely to happen next? Did you miss one? You don't want to get long here. Well, okay, right, you missed that one. If it comes back here, right, what's your time frame? That's a daily. Could be, the fall before we're back down here. Be picky, I guess, is my point. Don't just take one just because, oh, well, it could be, might be. Well, take a flyer. I was a little bored. Markets weren't open or it was quiet. Just take a flyer. Not a way to trade. Okay, let me keep moving. God damn it, I'm so prone to being so long on some of these. Okay, so next up I got Jamie with Bitcoin. Let me show you what he's. Let's see if I do it this way. Do I get that? Okay, so this is, I like to see this, right? So he's working on his market structure. It's not that this is bad or inaccurate. It's a little different than, this is a funny thing. Right, so what's the knock against Elliott Wave? Right, it's too subjective. Right? That's always the criticism. Oh, it's too subjective. 10 allocations give you 10 different counts. Well, that's welcome to trading, right? This is market structure now is so pervasive, right? You got so many people teaching it, and guess what? You have the same subjectivity. Right now, the reason that I choose AAPL Ethereum is because they're doing the best job that I've seen in removing the subjectivity. Now, is that a market structure shift? Well, why would you think so, right? So your first thought might be, well, okay, well, here's a swing high. Well, note it's not higher than this high, right? So that's the high. This is not that we don't. Here's the range. We don't break that, and we don't break it here. So to suggest that that's a break because this is the swing that broke this. Okay, maybe a change of character, but that wouldn't be a structure shift, right? You got to break this. Oh, here, let's. I brought it up over here. So now I didn't put it on Coinbase since I have it in Coinbase here. I just wanted a clean, fresh chart. Okay, so bear with me here. So Jamie, or who I think he's a new member. So this is where he has his market structure shift. So again, I'm not trying to say you're incorrect. I'm never saying that. I'm just giving you something to think about. Okay, right. So this is the point where you're saying market structure shift. Well, as I was just kind of showing you, where's my? Oh, let me get rid of that. I know that's very annoying because I tend to talk with my hands on the mouse. Okay, so here's the last swing low that gave me a break of structure. Now I'm on the daily, but you sent me a daily, right? You did send me a daily, didn't you? Yeah, you sent me a daily. So this is the range from this low to this high on the daily. So if I do this, now I'm out of log. Okay, so we are still in the premium. Still premium here. Now you can make a case. Well, hey, well, that was pretty close. What about here? Okay, well, I'm with you. Let's get this here. Well, right at the 50. Want to be a buyer there? Well, okay, you might be able to make a case for that. But this is kind of a good combination of how we can see how what's making this interesting is that it's open to interpretation both as an Elliott count and as a market structure or smart money concepts applied. Many would call that a market structure shift. I wouldn't, but many would. Okay, so now we're back to subjectivity. how can we objectively approach this so that we can reduce that subjectivity? Well, again, I'm not saying that necessarily you could, but here's the low. Come here, right? So here's the low that gave me that high, right? So we don't confirm this high, right? This is why they call it inducement. It's so important. We don't confirm that this is actually the high until we break this low right here. That breaks the low, which does nothing more than confirm that I have a high. So to get a continuation in the trend, I have to break the high. This happens to be the all-time high. So here's the low that gave me the break of structure. To get a full change of character, I gotta break that low. You see it? Here, I got a demand zone here with a fair value gap in the middle of it. So if this is coming lower, whoa, mid-50s, kind of interesting. Now let's just for a second here, because I know many are tracking Bitcoin and trying to do their best here. Well, this is a little bit of a motherfucker, right? Like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, to true double. Which leaves you, oh shit, man. What is it? Well, can we be objective? Not really. Because it's easy to look at this and go, oh, well, what's the big deal? Double. Maybe. Why not this? Now we're back to, pick your poison. You can't be objective about it. Well, we can probably all agree that this can be interpreted as a 3. We can probably agree on that. WXY, right? We finish with a 3, and it's technical. Right? So again, we're always, where's Al? Where's Al? Right? There's Al right there. Right, zero man. Okay, so there's Al. That's to the tick. How do we know it's an algo? Here, not here, here. Where are we now? 50. What's the play? Well, the one thing I think we could probably all agree again as well is that we've got a 5 that's good, reasonable. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, right? But I'm probably got a pretty good look at a 5 here. Okay, looks more like a 5 than a 3. I think we probably agree with that. Now we'll dig in there, maybe not. But now we're kind of looking at this going, wait a minute, right? So, okay, I thought Lambos were coming, but all of a sudden, do I not potentially have another 3 here? Well, if that's a 3 and that's a 3, what are we anticipating? Another 3, right? Wouldn't that be your next thought? Oh, it's combo, WXY. No, I don't. Maybe we pivot here. So you're just left in a giant, oh, fuck, man. I don't know what it is. We're just in a giant box here from 150 to the next 50. Well, you could make the case, all right, it's an uptrend. So if I get an opportunity to buy in the discount of an established range, well, I'm interested. That's one case. But what works against you a little bit there is, okay, well, what's your target there? I mean, if you're a short-term trader, maybe it's golden zone. Maybe that's your target right here. Well, it's from 65 to 69, right? There's nothing wrong with that trade. But see, I think there's just this tendency to always feel like, oh, well, shit, where the next trade it's got to be there now. Well, does it? Why? Is the trade here obvious? What's the other thing here? I'm just trying to fill in some blanks here. Let me get this out of here. If I just take this low, let's put the volume profile on it. Where are we? Well, of course, we're on the low edge here of the value area, but we're basically sitting in the value area. Well, if we're range bound here, what would be your first thought? Well, if I'm on the low end of the range here and we're in a range here, I'd be a buyer. Well, okay, that takes you back to maybe I want to trade into the what would be a potential either 1, 2 or AB. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Now, if you're in our purple belt, right, we're not going to let you trade that, right? It's 3s and C's only. Now, you could get down there and say, okay, if this is going to be an ABC, I'll wait for the A, the B, and the C. I'll trade the C. That's how you could do it. But ultimately, you're sitting here. Do you have an edge? Well, the only edge that I can see here is that you're at the low end of value. That's, you know, we can round it, 70% of the trading, right? So here's POC at the golden zone. So you want to take that one? What do I got below? Sure looks like that's a 3, 4, oh. Well, if this is going to be 1, 2, well, you're expecting a much bigger rip here. So how would that play? So for the bull, okay, you're thinking, oh, the 4's in. Okay, so we 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got my 1. Okay, I'm ready for a 2. Well, again, you got to decide, are you going to apply Elliott Wave or not? Well, if you're applying Elliott Wave, you got a 5 that just finished here. How's that going to work? Let's go down to a 4-hour here. I get back to his analysis here. Let's see if I can make sense of it. Okay, here, let's take this off for a second here. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's get all this off here. God damn it, I'm supposed to be going faster. I'm not doing it today. Okay, so we're literally at the halfway, right? So we're not only are we at the edge of discount, we're at the edge of the value area. So if you're a bull, okay, let's assume you're a bull and you're going to do it this way. Okay, so for the bull, right? Oh shit, 3, 4, 5, it almost doesn't matter, right? So as to how you're counting from the start here, this is again a little bit open to interpretation. I think likely this would 3, 4, 5 of the 3. So this is very much looking like 4 material, right? We're not progressing the trend. We're going sideways. So your first thought, while you don't know, nobody knows, your first thought would be this is very characteristic of a 4. Okay, so ABC. Well, that with the suggestion would be that double. Okay, but now I'm going to retrace. Well, what's my retrace looking like? Well, I can tell you one thing. It's a series of measured moves, right, which I'll show you over on Coinbase. So what do I have here? Let's assume that's the 5, right? We get a true double here. Actually, it's a tick here on Bitstamp. It's a tick off. Okay, what's your thought? 1, 2, 3, A. B. Can we get it? You have to do it as a diag. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. You'd have to, it's not ideal. But what we do have here, if I can, let me show you over here on Coinbase here, where I already have this teed up. As I posted this in the Discord, this is just a series of measured moves, right? This is how this algo rolls, right? It will continue this until it breaks. So you trade them till they fail. So right now I have 50, 50, golden zone, 50. Now, right now, do I have the beginnings of a break of it? So this is Elliott aside, right? What's Al doing? Right? Al's in a series. Right, so here's the last swing up. Here's the target down here. So, okay, how do we know when this turns? Well, we'd certainly like to see this one hold and go to target. To go to target, it has to break this golden to get to that target. Now, it could get right there and be a front run and roll over again. That's the target down there. We don't know. Right? It could be, if it's a 3, then, oh, okay, well, shit, it just carries on. So you're kind of in a box here. What's your edge? Do you have an edge there? I propose no, right? The algo is in a downtrend series, right? And it's getting it's hitting targets. Here's second target, first. Look, right? It's hitting. Well, now I'm right in a box here. So do you have an edge? I propose you don't have an edge here. So why take the trade? Let's go back to where we were here, right? Where it's cleaner. Do you have an edge here? Well, you'd have to talk yourself into this being a completed correction. Well, the first thing that might have you thinking that is, oh, well, I'm at the 50, right? So if this is the high, I'm at the 50. So I just poked into the discount at the edge of value. So pushing back up here is not a bad thought. It's not a bad thought. Let's see. That's where I think this is the last one here. We got a little wick here, but look at the target. Now we got to wait, right? Because there's no way to know. It's not a particularly clean count, right? So this would have to be A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might be able to talk yourself into that, right? So let's here. I want to listen. Trust. Well, I don't think I have to tell anyone I'm a bull, right? So, okay, can I get out of here with a 1? Well, let's see if we go to a 30. Could that be a 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's okay, right? It's not impossible to see that. Maybe. In fact, I got to go to a 15. 1, 2. 4. Oh shit. Let's see. Can we do it that way? You're kind of stuck with that, right? So I go to the 15, right? It gets a little squishy. I don't want to do this, right? That doesn't make sense, right? I can't do this 1, 2, right? So the 4 has to be here because it sweeps this low. A, B, C, 5. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, W, X, A, triangle B, maybe. It's too many maybes. Okay, maybe. Would you take that? Well, if I was going to take this, well, how would I do it? All right, we've got a candidate here for a corner, right? It's not a golden, but I have a corner. As long as that corner holds, 80% probability. Right, so if I'm going to take that trade, what's the priority? Your only priority ever should be what the risk looks like. Oh, fuck, where are we? Right, so can I take this trade right here? What's the risk reward look like? That's my pivot, right? So you could use the golden zone here, but I wouldn't, right? If you're taking the trade on the assumption the corner is in, you don't need to be off more than one tick off that corner. Now, if it comes down here and you get golden corner, take the stop. This is classic temptation, right? Don't do this. Don't go, oh, well, I got to give that a little more room. Oh, let's do that. So, because what if it does that? That's not a massive amount of money here, but it sets a precedent. It's a habit you'll start to repeat. Don't do it. Take the stop here. It's tiny. Wait. Let's see what happens here. Because you don't know. Always better to take the small loser. Yes, I know. Fuck, I don't like them any more than you do. But I'd much rather take that little loser and then reevaluate down here where I can even be tighter. Now I still my target hasn't moved, but now I got 9-1. I can give it a little. We're seeing wicks now, right? This is it's the cat's out of the bag on this, right? So okay, you got to give that a little. Maybe you give 707, right? But still 8-1. With a golden corner, 80% probability. It's just a suggestion, right? I mean, I can't do it for you, but again, I'm just a lot of years watching a lot of traders fuck themselves, right? So what is the one common theme? Oh, I didn't want to take the stop. You're in a box here. I don't think there's any easy answer here. We're in a box between two algos. We got to wait and see who wins this little fight. We're going to go up here and break it. Oh, okay. Well, let's say we do that. What would that be, right? If we're thinking, 1, 2, maybe I got a 3. Well, how do I really know I got a 3? Well, if I can get to the 1618, right? We know that's going to be the 1618, right? There's the 1618 right there. If I can get that, I know that's hard to see. Let's get this guy out of here, right? If I can get this, maybe I got a 5. Oh, if I get a 5, well, now I can have a lot more conviction into the idea that, the pivot's in. Well, now I got to work backwards and think, okay, how am I going to count that? Right, and that brings us back here going, okay, wait a minute. What just happened here? Let's go back to a 2. What is this? WXY? Ugh. Okay, right? I mean, that's a solution, right? We can solve the puzzle. A, B, C, X, A, B, C. That ain't great, but A, B, C, I'm not even sure how we do it. I'm not going to worry about that until I see the sequence that it's in break. And rather than just get an algo, a 3, right? Rather than just get this, right? There's our algo, right? Rather than just get that, give me a 5. Now I have an edge. I know where I am. I know I've got a good candidate here. Not, it could be an A, but I've got a good candidate here. If I get a 5 out of here, to where at least in my mind, I believe I have an edge. So a trade becomes easier for me to take, as opposed to, well, fuck, I don't know. Shit, I heard some guy on YouTube say it was time to buy it. It has to be in your mind, not anything you've seen me do or anyone else do. It has to be you see it. You believe it. It's your money at risk, not mine. You got to have that conviction. Otherwise, stay out. People are so impatient, right? Say, oh, fuck, man, I want that Lambo now, right? That's not how it works. I got news for you. The market couldn't give a flying fuck what you want. No, nor does anybody else, right? I mean, everybody's in here out for their own best interest. Okay, well, what is in your best interest, right? Risk aversion. You got to take some risk to have some reward, but be calculated about it. Don't be like, fuck, shit, let's jump in. Unless your time frame is, well, fuck, over the next 5 years, I'm assuming Bitcoin's going to be higher than 64,000. So I'm just going to start averaging down. That's not an invalid way to approach the market. It really is not. I mean, most of my family does it that way. They don't understand what I'm doing here. So they just buy it every week. They just dollar cost average, right? Which I encourage. There's nothing wrong with that, right? You just want to, now we come back to, okay, what's your belief of Bitcoin, where it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now? Well, if you think it has validity as an asset, you're basically saying either I don't believe in it, I think it's going to be at zero and it's all just a big scam bullshit pyramid. What they call it a pyramid. I think it's a pyramid, and then you wouldn't be near it anyway. Or you're a believer and you're like, well, odds are it's going to be higher than where it is now, 5 years from now. All right, shit, I got all sidetracked there. All right, let me get back to Jamie's point here. Okay, all right, so let's get all this, right? I got completely sidetracked from Jamie. All right, so what he's saying is, okay, now let's get this back on here. Okay, so this is his market structure shift. I would propose to you, right? Again, not because I think it's a change of character, because I can qualify it as a change of character. Where's the last high? Here's the last high that gave me this low, that gave me this retrace, that gave me this break of structure. So this is a significant pivot, but it's not a break of structure. The break of structure has to happen up here. That's where we break structure. This is a change of character. How do I know I have a good high here? Because this low was swept here, right? Again, Ethereum and the guy who pioneered this approach. I still don't know his name. He goes by Khan, Khan. Right? The sweep of this low, which is what led to this high, this confirms that that's a high. So that is why that's a break of structure. This becomes not a market structure shift. Now, see, some of that is language, right? A change of character is a break of structure. It's the degree of the break. So change of character, not a break until I get here, right? So it goes change of character, and then the next one is a break of structure. Change of character, break of structure. Change of character, break of structure. Right? You do them in that order because you can go change, right? So you can go change up here. If it comes down here, that would be change followed by change. No break of structure. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's making sense. Shit, I'm not. Yes, federal holiday. Okay, it's the weirdest thing to talk to yourself. Okay, so hopefully that helps you a little bit there, Jamie, as to what the rationale would be here. Your identification of this as a significant swing is great, and I like the simplicity of this approach. I like that it's okay. Well, okay, something's changed here. Is that semantics? A change of character, break of structure. Okay, liquidity, right? So the liquidity is sitting up here. You got a fair value gap here. We're coming down to it. You're right at the edge. Here's the golden zones below, and looks like is that POC? I don't think that's POC. This would be POC up here. I'm wondering what that's tied to. Well, maybe you're just highlighting a high volume node. So we'd have an order block here. You'd have the golden zone. You'd have a high volume node. If we're coming down here, all right, can we put an Elliott count on that? Not with conviction. You can't, right? Well, you don't know. So we come back here. What is it, right? Well, what we can see, again, we can be objective about this. If we get a break of structure, what is it we anticipate? If we get a break of structure, what is it we anticipate? If we get a break of structure, right, you see how that works? I can do this over and over again. If we get a break of structure, what is it we anticipate? Oh, I thought that would carry the trend on. Oh, but what? No. Oh, what do I get? Change of character, which leads to a pivot. Oh, is that a high? Is that a good high? I'm not sure. How do I know it's a high? Until it breaks the low that got there. That's the inducement. So this is all internal structure. Not broken yet, right? So we're at the edge of value here to the lower edge of value at a 50. There's the POC. I think that's him just. So if I just bring on Al here as he's done it. Well, here's right. So, this is right as you can see, right? So we're right in sync with him. He's identifying the order block here. I'm just here, just letting the software do it. Here's the order block, right? Why? How do I know that that's an order block to pay attention to? Why would I want to pay attention to that? Because of the fair value gap that it left, right? That's the only order block I'm ever interested in. One that creates a fair value gap, right? Because this is muscle. We can't do that, right? Only institutions can do that. The BIFs, banks, institutions, funds. We retail can't do that. Right, but so that's an area of interest right there. Right where he's drawn that high volume node. There's a logic to market structure that is very appealing, right? Which is why I did an entire course on how to combine Elliott Wave and market structure, right? They're inseparable, really. If you know what you're looking at, you can't do one without the other. Is that it? I mean, the other, I'm out of log scale. You might just something simple. Here, I'll just put a regression channel on it, right? That's 2 standard deviations on either side, right? So I'm going to cover the majority of this. All of this downtrend, lower low, lower high, right? It's close, lower low, lower high. Oh, double, right? So what's your edge? The only edge here is, right, you're at a location where you might look for a return towards POC. Just nothing down here. Right? You might wait. That's OBV that's CCI color coded, which is kind of nice, right? So CCI, much like a stochastic, right? It's just looking at the range. So if that gets on the other side of that, I think that's a 13-period EMA, gets on the other side of that. We come back here. We're in a squeeze right now, right? Black is squeeze. Black is squeeze. Flat. Market's kind of a turd right now. Not much going on. General consensus seems to be Bitcoin, right, until we get a rate cut, it's going to be sideways. Maybe you never know, right? With Bitcoin, often when it starts, right, there'll be a pump that will come, and you don't necessarily have the catalyst. All the major catalysts that we had on deck for the year pretty much come. Having the ETF, all of that is come and gone. Where's my Lambo? Patience, guys, patience. Oh shit, man, I'm way off, and I have to be tight on time. Shit, 12:30. Okay, let me keep moving there. Crypto's Ray. Okay, let me. I hope you got a little, just some things to think about there. Oh shit, who was that? Jamie. Here we looked at that one, Delysium, right? We did that one. We did Seedify. We did that one. VRA. I had that VRA. Okay, so this is Crypto's Ray. Okay, let's take a look here. What do I have there? That's a daily. Well, just looking at it, right? It looks like a series of measured moves, doesn't it? So these are all. Well, okay, right. So we just look at the here: lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We're still, so if you're putting that in a box, right, here's your range. Where are we? Right, we can't seem to get into the premium, right? So we're still in the discount. If I get that, I tighten that up a little bit. What do we got here? Well, that would be 4 times the range, right? So let's dig in there. Let's get a little tighter here. Okay. Well, your first thought would be, okay, do I have a good hard low here? Okay, what do I got here? Well, first, let me get rid of that. Oh, shit, come here. There we go. Well, from here to here, this looks impulsive, right? Well, it doesn't look corrective, does it? Right? We can probably agree to that. So then it becomes, okay, why does it stop here? Right? Wouldn't that be the first thing? Why here? Why does it stop here? It looks like it's done double, just like Bitcoin. Why? What's wrong? Why can't it get through that? Could it be Al? Do you think that's coincident? Is there something I need to say? 50, golden zone, 50, golden zone, 50. I've never, ever looked at Vera Bradley before. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. They all trade the same way. The one algo dominates. I know, right? I'm not saying there aren't other algos in here. I'm not discrediting ICT's interbank price delivery algorithm. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there is no other algo like this. This is the dominant algo. I've been proving that for 5 years. I've probably shown this 50,000 times. What's the point of it? It's because I know people are like, oh, fuck, this guy's a one-trick pony. Holy shit, this fucking algo thing. How could I not show you that? This has to be the first thing you do. I don't. Any asset has to be. You please tell me that's the first thing you do is find where Al is. What did he do last? You want to sell that? Oh, I thought this was an ABC one. I'm ready to sell that, right? How many people do you think know that that's there? How many people understand why it stopped here, or here, or here, or here, or here? How many? Much lower percentage than you realize. So good for you for recognizing now. Now don't forget about it, and don't forget there's always an algo on the other side. Right? First thing to forget, right? Oh shit, that algo thing. Wow, look at that. Oh well. Oh, I forgot there's one on the other side. Always an algo on the other side because the people funding this do not care which way it goes. Right? They're going to make money either way. Okay, so do I have a trade here? So this is I've rambled on about that. Do I have a trade here? Well, do we? What could I use here? Right? What do I have? Well, here's market structure on a daily. Break of structure, retrace. Oh, break of structure, retrace. Break of structure, retrace. Where am I now? I'm right at a break of structure. Remember, it's change of character, then break of structure. So here, this is the change of character. Right? Remember, change of character is a structure break. What happens after a structure break? Retrace. Oh, double top. We don't get it. We don't get the actual change of character. We're talking about a box, a pivot box. You think that that's random? Right? You think that that's people? Oh, Crypto Billy started buying here and Crypto Tommy was selling here. No. Right? Only software is that precise, right? We human beings, we're not that precise. We're emotional, right? We don't operate in the markets with that level of precision. Okay, so what's the deduction here? Break of structure, retrace, break of structure, retrace, break of structure, deep retrace. Don't get another break of structure, so I'm just in a box. What's your edge here? What's your edge? Is it the Elliott count? Probably not. Do I have an Elliott count here? Barely, right? I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I get a diag into that. It's not. Oh shit. Maybe we can get one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So I get a leading diag. Pardon me. Would not be leading because we don't have the expansion there. So I get a contracting diag, which is not ideally what you'd want to see coming off the low. You'd rather have a leading and expanding, but we get a contracting. Okay, so but it's a 5. We can make a case that it's a series of 3s: A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay, maybe A, B, C, A, A, B, C. We got to do that. We might, right? So this now, as we sit here, you're kind of you've lost the clean Elliott, right? You're kind of like, well, what the fuck? I'm in a box here. Okay, again, right? So let's use all the tools, right? Don't go, hey, fuck, I don't know. Use everything you got. Okay, so where am I? Again, like Bitcoin, we're at the low end of value, right? That's 70% of the price, 68, but just round it. 70% of the trading volume is right there. Everybody agrees. Everybody in the market who's trading this agrees that that's where value is. We can agree to value. Now we're on the low end of that agreement. Does that mean we want to buy it? Well, perhaps. What do we look here? Here's one thing I absolutely do not want to do, and I'm not saying it couldn't go lower. But just, I would never sell that. What you got to be. I don't want to be insulting, right? But if you're selling that, you're a fucking moron. Sorry, pardon me. I do want to be insulting. If you're selling that, you're a fucking moron. And by no means am I saying that couldn't do this. It's just looking at that and just saying, oh, fuck it, I'm going to sell it anyway. No, that's not how you survive in the market. Unless you don't know it's there. Now, maybe that ignorance is bliss. Maybe that ignorance is in that you don't know anything about this. You're just like, oh, price action. Oh, okay, double bottom here. Oh, God, they teach this, right? So, oh, it held, so it's strong now. Just like the rock I threw at your window the first time. Oh, it didn't break. Oh, the second time, well, it's even stronger now. Oh, it's stronger. Well, it held the first time, so it's definitely going to hold. Well, we can see a couple of reasons that it might come lower, right? There's that fair value gap that's unmitigated. I'm not saying it couldn't go down. I'm just saying that would be a moronic place to actually sell it, regardless of the outcome. It's just you're demonstrating a complete lack of knowledge as to how the market moves if you're selling that. Or you just don't care and you're just like, well, fuck it. Fuck you. I'll sell it if I want to. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to demonstrate to you that would be a high risk location to sell it. Where's your stop? Here? Is that the risk reward that you like? I'm going to guess not. All right, so we'd have this kind of a wedge going in up here. All right, okay, right. A lot of people will trade that. There's no trade there, right? The only trade, if you had to take a trade here, would be on the long side because you could do it with such a tight stop. Give me this. Maybe then I'd think about it. What could it be there? Could be another ABC and all that's going to happen. Okay, well then up here, well at the very least, right? You're selling in the premium. Here you're selling at the worst. Okay. All right. Maybe you can get this, right? So if you're desperate to take action here, well at least wait for that. So at least I can get the C because I don't know that that's going to turn into a 5. For all I know, we're doing this. Nobody knows. Nobody ever knows, right? Don't let anyone tell you they know. Right? So all we get is probability. What is it? Does that look like a location you want to sell? I think not. Okay, I went too long on that one. Okay, VRA. Here's a new one. Besparkle. Besparkle wants PAL. Okay, let's try that one. PAAL. Okay, anybody here US anywhere? I guess not. God, is Polon? Are they even still alive? Poloniacs? PAAL. Oh, let's see. USDT. We got anybody here that's any US? USD. Yeah, I guess we got to go T here. So, Gadio. Fuck. All right. Okay, Gadio. Giddy up. Well, we're sitting in a big order block. Why would we like that order block? Because it came off of a fair value gap, right? So that's the one that you'd be interested in. Look, it's both sides of it have a fair value gap. Okay, what are you thinking there? Well, without really doing much, right? Look here. So okay, well, that seems to be launch zone. We're back to the launch pad. It's technical. Not bad. Well, right. So you always, okay. So yeah, okay. That's pretty fucking good, right? So, but I want to know that they use that. Did they use it? Yeah, you could certainly make a case that they did. Clearly they use this. Like I'm here, I got the 50. You know somebody bought it here. Somebody bought it there. They knew that was the 50? Or did they just get absolutely ass raped here? Do you think there were some stops right here? Yeah, I think probably so. So can we deduce, right, after the fact, can we deduce what happened there? Yeah, we can. We know what happened there. Okay, where are we? Well, do we need to be in log scale? 10 cents to 90 cents? Yeah, probably. Let's get in log scale. All right, looks a little different here, doesn't it? Okay, what are we doing? Well, any idea of 1, 2, 3? Okay, that has to be. There's not much reason to do anything other than think that that's a 3 that's corrective, right? Here's the last break of structure. Right, where we're going to get a change of character right here, right? Again, this is the advantage of Ethereum, right? I'm not pimping this. I use it. I don't get along with that guy very well, but I love the product. He and I just have a different opinion on a few things. Well, what would you do here? It doesn't quite look like it's ripe. What do we got here? It looks like some sort of a combo. A, B, C. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 4-ish, 5. So it looks like I got an A, B, C. So I'd be inclined to go W, X, something like that. But the Elliott would be a little questionable. It might be better out of log scale here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ripper in the 5, right? So here's the impulse. Here's the correction. All right, so the temptation was something like this, right? Assuming you've got an exchange. I have to look at Bitunix. Well, it has that. If you could trade that, you could first find the exchange where you can trade it. Okay. Let's put a regression channel on that, right? Okay. Do you want to buy that? Well, okay. You got to start on something there. You got a reaction. And you've got a decent setup here. I mean, this is, for the market structure buffs in here, right? You can kind of see what happened here, right? We sweep that, right? Lows grabbed. Now we come back down. Let's do it here, right? We sweep. This is all rejection, wick, right? So we come here. Now it's got a roll here. Do we have anything else? I don't think we do. Let's go to a 1. Yeah, we got a little one here. Now, there's a 3. Is that a 5? Well, now you can see it, right? Ethereum's doing it for me. Change of character, retrace, break of structure, retrace. Right? Well, here's the next change of character. That's not bad, actually, right? So if I were looking at this, right, with just market structure, I'd see, okay, this looks good. Now I want it to come back down here. I want to pick this up down here, right, for that potential. Ideally, you'd get the change of character here. You don't quite have it, right? So it's a little early. That if I got that, then I'd be down here with my catcher's mitt waiting for it. Where's the inducement? Oh, here, let me brighten that color up a little bit. Let's put this in yellow so we can see them. Okay, right, so here, this one has been broken. So what that does is it confirms that here's the lower low, confirms the low here. So this is all one move down. We come back here, we break it just enough to confirm the low. Here's the retrace. Looks like it's probably a golden. Of course, right? So, of course, it's a golden, right? Boom, right to target. Are you thinking 1, 2? Right, that would be where you'd look for the 3. I don't like to go down much below that, right? Okay, maybe, right? But you don't have Are you thinking excuse me, diag? That looks like a 5, right? So this is clearly a 3. 3. It's not good enough. In my book, right? It's just not good enough, right? I don't know what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that looks like A, B, C. Looks like 3, 3, 5. Why do I want to buy that? It doesn't make sense from an Elliott perspective, right? Now, not every trade has to make sense from an Elliott perspective, but that sure looks like, I mean, how else would you going to count this, right? Get out of there. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's A, B, C all day, right? Now, I can say that with a little more conviction because now if it had broken that, like, whoa, okay, hang on. Maybe the swing structure is changing, but as it sits right here, we don't break it. So we're just sitting in the algo box, right? So here we are. Okay, if I want to be a buyer, I want to buy in the discount. I don't want to pay retail. Who pays retail? Retail. We've already done this, right? Bunch of these, right? This will be another series. Here's a series. And this one, right? It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Market does not matter, right? It doesn't matter. They all trade the same way. Okay, I think that's a hurry up and wait here until you get some resolution. Are we coming back down here? Well, here would be the next break of structure down here, right? So if you're looking for that trend to continue, a couple of things have to happen, right? So either this has to be broken. Oh, change of character. Otherwise, it's lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower. Right? Something has to change, right? So I don't see a trade there other than, well, if it gun to my head, I'm selling that, not buying that. Okay, for B Sparkle, Assuron. What do you got here? Got a few guys. There's a few of my regs here know how to post a chart here. Looks like that. Crypto Bentley. Well, at least he came through. He posted something. What do I got here? This is Assuron. Yeah. How am I doing on time? I got to be on time today because I'm getting a new machine today. I'm so fired up about that. Okay, my very first member of TDU happens to live in Austin and is a hardware specialist, right? He's delivering a new machine to me. I'm so excited. Boy, new machines are, boy, you can get a lot of horsepower for not a lot of money. That's amazing how affordable they are. Okay, so here I got, what are you giving me here? You're giving me AIOZ Network. Okay, I'm going to tweak this just a little bit. Here's put it in what my old brain is used to seeing. Okay, so this looks like good work. Great work. Wow, nicely done here. Assuron. Somebody's been doing their homework. Okay, so you gave me a 4-hour. I got to pull out a little bit just to see where we are here. All right. Somebody's been working on their TA skills. Very nicely done. Okay, 1, 2, you're kind of stuck with it. Now we are in log scale, right? So it's always good to, you got to kind of look at it in both and say, okay, well, sometimes something that might look obvious in log, we take it out, won't be so obvious, or vice versa. We do have a truncation here, which is annoying, right? We're kind of stuck with that at times. It's last resort, which he recognizes. Higher than 0.7 in red ZZ, however, red count channels very well. Okay, so red count being W. Oh, I'm going to change that to green just to pop it. And let's go up a degree. Oh, fuck me here. Hang on. Let's go up. Oh, fuck. Let's go up minuet here just so we can see it a little bit better. WX. I don't think we can have, I don't think I can have a second one here. I have to check with my wizards. I don't think I can have a second WXY, but let's look at it here. Five, 3, 5, 3. I'm inclined to agree with you, right? So it looks more like 3, 3. Well, of course, you'd like it better down here. Not because the market's obligated to come down here. Well, you see all this. This would be bullish order flow here, right between the 50 and the gold. So it's unmitigated, right? Selling before we go up. And look how we go up, fair value gaps the whole way. So that's a big, that's horsepower there, right? That is not retail doing that. Retail cannot do that. Right, boom, 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 right? So that's all. That could be earning. Was that earnings related? No, don't look like it. For whatever reason, that popped. bigly. Jesus. Can't believe I just said that. Okay. WXY, right? So very truncated fifth. It's all wick, right? I don't think that's a deal breaker. It's probably in line. You're probably okay. No, it's a double. I'm with you, right? That looks more like a... You got a 3. You're stuck with a 3 there. So, yeah, I see what you're saying, right? So, oh, yeah, too bad. 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'd be, hurry up and wait until we get down here on this. Now, of course, right, the immediate reaction is, well, what if it goes? Okay, well, you're gonna get a heads up. Okay, well, I don't want to wait. I want to go. Well, if it's gonna go, it's got to do it in a 5 of some sort. Could be a diag. Could be a diag. How are you going to justify that? Well, if that's WX, this would have to be A, B, C. I don't know if we have that. Do we have that? I don't know that we do, right? It looks like that would be, why he's got a W in there. So he's thinking A, B, C. That's probably right. Yeah, you're kind of stuck with some of this. There's often times where the Elliott is just going to be, question mark. So you have to make an educated guesstimate, for lack of a better way to approach it. What can we see definitively? So if the Elliott is it's a little iffy, well, we can probably agree that we're in some sort of a 4. How do we identify a 4? Right, our trend has stopped progressing. Right, we had this rip roaring push and consolidation. Well, what comes after the contraction, the consolidation? Again, it's nothing to do with the markets. This is laws of the universe. What comes after contraction? Right? Expansion. Just happens to be. We also see that in the market. Oh, probably a good case here that from this 2, we're at value. Oh, no, we're not so much. Let's get out of large scale. Bigger than you think here. So let's change that a little bit. Let's see if I come in for the 2. A little tighter. I don't like that as much. I think that's a force fit. Let's come in here. Let's do it that way. Well, here's the edge of support right here at the 50. So if it's me, I want that. I'll put the 3 here. I'll wait. Right? So many times you're going to be like, it's not quite ripe. I'll wait for the 5 to show up, and it does that, right? That's okay, welcome to trading. That can't be like, oh, fuck, that was the one that was going to make my whole year. Bullshit. Come on, right? If it does that, there'll be a retrace. What would that be? Break of structure, break of structure. What do we anticipate next? Retrace, right? There will be a retrace. It's just not a clean finish, right? So it would be just, it's a little bit of a hope it goes. I think you're going to have to let that one mature and cook a little bit. Good post, right? Your Elliott work is very good. Very good. I don't know, did you have something else down here? Well, even here, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like it needs one more down. One more down. Get this all down here. For that 5, for that 3, 4, 5, go. Where's the trade? Right there. Okay. CN Salazar. How's it going? Let's see. Copy link. What are you looking at, CN Salazar? How am I doing on time? Okay, I'm good. Oh, this looks sexy. All right, let's go copy here. Let's go. Ooh, very nice. Look at this. I got a little diagram here to show me cool stuff. This is really nice. What I got here? I got RSI and slow stoke, right? Good move here. All right, so we're in the right over 50 here. We're over 50 here. We got the weekly divergence here. So I love this is all very, very nicely done. So, well, that's cool how he did that. How did you do that? It must be an fuck. I have no idea how you did that. It must be an image you took that you dropped in there. Wow, that's cool. Okay, so, well, I guess you're stuck with this down here, because we get a lower low. So I see what you did here. All right, so, all right, one just barely goes through. I might do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Maybe I just moved it. Pfizer, okay. That looks like a algo that didn't hit target. It is, right? Didn't get there. Double. All right. Well, so do you think somebody had their stop hit here? Yeah, I think we could probably agree to that. Somebody put it right, tick under the low. Or the dumbest of all would be somebody who sold it there. All right, I shouldn't say that. There's the 2, right? So that when you guys, this is what you hear me say this all the time. Okay, wait. There'll be let it do what it's going to do. Give me a 5. I'll take this one. There it is, right there. Just to the tick. Let me get you out there. Can you take that one? You can't take that one? Why? Why can't you take that trade? How do you know that's a good one? Once it starts going, what's the first thing you get out of that? This is how you know you're on the right track. Boom. Fair value gap. Oh, well, that's not retail doing that. That's the big dogs. Boom, right? So meaning that now I would also, here, this is my last little move down here, that would be a demand zone, right? Because it create, all right, so here, bullish, right? So because it creates that fair value gap, right? So I know I have demand here. C and Salazar, what else we got here? So we're going to go 3 ABC into the 4. Where's your 4? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's your 4. It's probably me fucking you up there. A, B, C. Into the 5. Yeah, I know, stupid, but this just makes it easier on my old brain. Okay, right, so there's the 5. A, whoa, I guess we're stuck with that B. Yes, we are. Are we? I guess we are. Let's go back a second. Oh, I just can't get over how cool that is. I got to figure that out. Okay, so how we getting out of here? Oh, so we have a full trade plan here. Okay, so this is beautiful. Oh, and Salazar, beautiful work. Okay, so we got this. We already went through all this. Here's where are we pulling from? Why are we pulling up there? I'm going to pull that off just for a second so I can get in there and figure it out. Did I do that? Did I fuck you up there? Did I move that? Why are we pulling up there? Did I do that? Maybe I did. Maybe I bumped it. All right, well, we'll use the expanded B. We got the target, right? So here's right here. We got this coming this direction. Okay, so let me go back. Let's go down a little bit. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. We done? Ooh. Well, what would we use to help us? We got this. We got this. Here's the low. This is what he had drawn and I just pulled off. Little front run. Well, so here's how he's counting it, which I don't disagree with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1A. Well, you're pretty stuck with that. Let's go down to a 1 there. Well, let's think for a second. Let me just get EW on there. Just see if it helps us, right? I don't know. Let's find out. well, here's the peak, right? So I have nice divergence here. I'm just looking at this going, do we have to consider the possibility that this is not the B? That this is the one? 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. We could even do it this way. Because that looks like 5. So on the internal, I don't love it. 3, 4, 5. Maybe, right? Just to, it's not that I'm saying that he's wrong by any means. I'm just looking. It's like, okay, what else could be going on here? Well, here's the big push. So it's, I see what he's thinking, right? So it's 3, 4, and we come up with a 5 here. Makes sense. But then I get this big kick here, and that does look like a 5. So could this be the internal 3 that gets us here to here? Possibly, right? So you're kind of, yeah, I think I like his better. That would be the internal, the 3 of the 3 that takes us up to the 5. A, B, C. This is a little shaky, but this would be A, B. So I think I'm, it's often the case, right? You look at it and you go, oh, yeah, okay, if not this, right? Could it be that? Does that look better? Does that look worse, right? There's a little bit of trial and error with that. That's very common to do that in the process of, sausage making. Okay, does it look better? Do the swing structure a little bit better? Okay, well, ABC, right? So that would take us into where he's looking to buy this. And you're going 707. Oh, shit. Here, let me bring that back to what he just had there. So this has got to be 707. So he's pulling here. Let's get 707 there, right? So that's what he's got. I think I fucked that up a little bit right there. Well, I think if you're going to go up here, right, you might go for a little bit more there on your runner. That's what I would do. I would bring this down a little bit and take that up a little bit. So if I get 1, 2, right, this could be 1, 2, right before you get the 3. Very low risk, right? So you can take this. I wouldn't even risk that much on the first one. That's 9 to 1. You got to make a decision here as to how much do you like it, right? If you like Pfizer enough, well, you're doing this, right? You're saying, okay, I'm going to allow the break of the golden zone here, which is, by the way, that's not an insignificant break. Right? He's giving us the reasoning and the divergence on the weekly. That's a high class problem, right? So one thought is you just go, you do this, right? You damn near. You might be kind of late there. You take it now with this as your target. If it rolls over and you got to reevaluate down here, what's our difference here from 26 and change to? It's not enough of a difference. So I think I like your thinking here. So essentially, the first one has this risk, 4 to 1. This one 28, because you're going for the third there. Why would you not go for the third? No reason not to. The only thing you missed, well, I don't know that you missed it, but that it would occur to me seeing this is the other side. That's what I would stay focused on. Now, as long as this holds, 80% probability. Now, if it gets there, is that going to be the 3? Could be. Wouldn't you be more likely to anticipate the 3 would be up here? 5 would be up here. 4 would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he had it. It's a nice range. What does that have? That must be related to something. Oh, what is that? Why are we pulling from there? Maybe I bumped it. Pretty good on Pfizer. Damn. Excuse me. All right, this is what I think you see in Salazar. You're right in the pocket, right? You can be buying that comfortably with very low risk, excellent return. For traditionals, I'm going to buy that. I've said this many times. Some of the best trades I get are off of live streams. Okay, very nice work, CN Salazar. Very nice. Quim. Okay, let's see what he's up to. Quimmy has a funny Discord hand or Discord avatar. I think is that Yoda? It's either Yoda or it's a werewolf. I can't quite tell. I think it's Yoda. Okay, Quim, what are we looking at? Apple. It's on fucking vertical. Oh, I had some options there, and they were about to expire. I had to get out before that. It's frustrating. That's the trade-off with options, right? The time is everything. Okay, let's bring it over here and see how this looks. This is on a 1 hour. Well, let's go first. Let's go to the daily. Always, right? Particularly with traditionals, right? I always start on the daily. Okay, A, B, C, perfect double. Oh, do you think someone sold, had their stop there? Nah. You think maybe somebody sold it there? They're going down. They broke the swing. They're going down. How do we know that the probability is that this is a liquidity grab? How do we know that? That's how you know it. That's the setup, right? We got to remember, if they want to take it higher, they got to buy it from somebody. Where the sell stop's going to be. Oh, I bet the volume on that was huge. Oh, I think we looked at this. That it was a 50. No, not quite. As I recall, this was kind of a mystery. You're in between. We didn't quite get the 50, if I recall. We didn't get the 38, the 2. This was always a little bit shaky because look at the 2 relative to the 4. Right? It made it very, I'm not sure that we're going to end up living with this, right? Let's see. How far did we get here? I don't particularly like connecting those two. Right? What you like and what you get, right? Often don't matter. I hate the idea that this is my 2. This little squirt is my 2, and then that's my 4. The time imbalance is massively off, right? So you're going to do this. That's your 1, 2. Oh, no. I mean, you can't even do it. Can't say I love it. But there it is nonetheless, right? So I think that may have kept some people out of the long there because with your Elliott hat on, that structure is a little questionable. But there it is, right? So let's go. Oh, shit. What did you give me? Let's go down to a 4. Okay, careful with that one, right? We can't have no triangles and 2s. So let's see. What are you thinking there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you gotta do that differently. A few hard rules you can't break. No triangles and 2 is one of them. Can we get anything better there? Well, so here's the thing. It is a triangle, right? But we can't label it that way with our Elliott hat on. Annoying as that is, right? So we have to rethink that. And I know that's like, oh fuck, are you kidding me? Come on, right? Who fucking cares, right? Well, that can often kind of guide your Elliott count. This flies, right? So okay, that's got to be 3, 4. So you got to reconsider it. Is that going to make it better? I don't know that it is. But we can't go 1, 2, right? Because it is a triangle. Now, what we could do is we get another leg in there. So let me take this up here. Okay, so we got to get another leg in there. So maybe we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get kind of a crazy color there. Okay, so maybe we can do it this way. We got to do that as the 2. Ugh. Can't say I like that. It kind of keeps you on the. Oh, god damn, that's just terrible. But there it is. Looks like you got a golden here, so that gives me a little bit more conviction in that too, right? So it's literally right to a golden. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, that's a mighty small. It is Apple. So that fair value gap is sitting down there unmitigated. That's the 2. God damn. That's horrific. Is there an alternate here? I suppose we could look at this. I don't reflexively just want to get on and start changing your count. I'm just, you know, we've got one. Okay, that kind of steering me. I'm not trying to say yours is wrong. We can't label a triangle as a 2. That's the only thing that's inaccurate. But 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. God damn, that is mighty skinny. But there it is. 1, 2. Oof, maybe we have to do it this way. A, B, W, X, Y. That's a 5. I may be stuck with that. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. How did we end up there? Well, this is kind of a box, right? It's that maybe we got to do it this way. Looks like maybe, right? So then I got to deal with this. All right, so we get a little diag there to lead that off. And again, I don't mean to be changing to be a dick. I'm just trying to figure out, okay, what do I got? What do I have here? That's about where I would leave that. So okay, let's go up a degree. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So some of this has got to move. So I'm gonna push this off a little bit. Let's take those up a degree or 2. What do I not used here? Let's go to that. Let's put that in something we can see. White. Okay, so 1, 2. Jesus. Can't say I love that. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Fuck. This definitely got to change that. That all has to go up. Okay, well let's check it. All right, so if this is one, that's going to be deep for the 2, but oh, not so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna have to do A, B, C into that 2. Good looking 3. You got a good pump on that, right? That was. Oh, you think Apple's not going to play in AI? Oh, I got news for you. Up we go. Okay. A, B, C. Lots of, holy shit, the fair value gaps are pretty big. All right, lots of imbalance here. The algo, it's got reason to come down here and tweak that a little bit. Well, again, Quim, I'm not saying your count is inaccurate other than the labeling the triangle as the 2. I'm just going, okay, if not that, then what else could it be? 1, 2. This is too big a degree. 1, 2. We can take that down. 1, 2. 1, 2. We're seeking 3 still. 4, 5. That's very bullish. All of this is all up here. Shit. I mean, I lost track of that one. Who is that one? I'm going to make you even bigger. Let's go back to an 8 and see where that is. That's 3, 4. That's 5 up here. This is way up here. All of that. I think that's where we are here. It's tricky. Let's do the market structure on it, just since we're here. But I want to do it. This is one of the things I like about this product here. It's going to go to the. It's going to give me the full history. Hang on. Oh, I got to go all the way. Fuck. It's kind of a pain sometimes. Okay, where are you? Oh, shit. Let's go to a 3-day. Just trying to get it. Here we go. All right, let's take it from the low back to a daily. Okay, all right, so we can just work the market structure from that swing low. I might even want to take it even higher from this low. And look at how we're progressing with market structure. All right, so do I have it on the right low? I do. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, fair value gap. Well, that's just a gap, all right? So 1, 2, still seeking 3 up here from this 1, 2. Well, that's the deep. Oh, if we look right here, so if we can take it out of log scale, that's the deepest retracement I have. 1, 2, nothing else. Right, so the first 1, 2 is kind of dictating where that's going. Let's go to a 4 here. Now you see the market structure start to fill in here. Okay, break. All right, so now we can put some logic behind it. Okay, break of structure, retrace, shallow, right? But we get a retrace. That's the triangle. So off of the low here, this is me drawing that. 1, 2. Deepest retracement of the whole move. 1, 2. Right, shallow, but there it is, right? There's another 5 there. Another 1, 2. Monster fair value gap, monster fair value gap, right? So who's doing that? Right, that's the biggest of big right there, causing that. Where's the 4, right? So you just kind of want to play along. Okay, 1, 2, that was technical. That's the big ripper. Here's the 4. So right, let's just play by the book, right? Why do something else? Let's get our wave 4 in there. Okay, well, come back down here. A, B, can we get a C coming down here? The market's under no obligation to do that. Yeah, that's a 5. I'm going to pull that off. So what do we do here? Two, 2, 7. 5 to get 3 of this degree. Let's change that color. We can go green. Oh, no, that's too much green. Let's go white. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're seeking 3. It depends how far that comes, right? We may be a little optimistic to look for over the 2618, but for Apple. Pretty good rip there. Where's the next break of structure? Is up here, of course. Change of character down here. Okay, shit. All right, Quim. I hope that gave you just something else to think about, right? So that's the only correction I made there, is that they can't call that a 2. How am I doing on top? Okay, well, I got 15 minutes. All right, so Mojaka. Could you look at Oxy? Oxy. Yeah, let's look at Oxy. Okay, OXY. Oh, I have this sinking feeling I lost all you guys here, but let's see here. Anybody still here? Okay. Alta Vista Barbie. I love that handle. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Hopefully I didn't lose all you guys. It's hard to do this on the fly and be fast about it. Sometimes, right? It's just you got to get in there and make the sausage. Okay, so here's your classic. Oh, so sorry. Did you put your stop there? So sorry about that. Okay, do we need to be in log scale here? Yeah, we need to be in log scale. Okay, so there's the how do we know what happened there, right? It's the classic signature. All the stops are grabbed, and then we explode. Sorry about it. You're going to learn. Okay, did that happen again up here? Oh, sorry about it. I'm on a daily here. Is that my all-time? Yep. So sorry. I know you were very optimistic there. It doesn't mean we can't come down, but we could certainly look at this and say, what does that look like? Right after this, oh, all of a sudden we're going sideways. What? 4. Kind of looks a little triangle-y. Let's get you on there. 1, 2. Well, I'm not dying to put that, make that the 2, but let's take it out of log scale and see here. I might have no choice there. I might have to do that, right? So again, the market doesn't care what we want. Am I having to do that there? A, B, C, D, E. Oh, that's close. Questionable. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's not going to fly. Because this is just a straight rip down. So it might have to be here, here, so I can get that C in. I suppose it could be here, A, B, C. That would be the internal, Oh, here, hang on, let's get this correctly labeled. So these need to go up a degree. Okay, hang on. 1, 2. I'm not sure about that. I have to dig on that one a little bit as to how I can get that to fly. Well, here's the higher high, so this has to be A, B, C, D, E. Would make you think triangle is coming in over here. That's just for consistency. Okay, 3, 4. Kind of a question mark there. You didn't quite get what you wanted here. Okay, well, again, same thing every time. All right, let's do some measuring. It's not exactly where I'd want to see that. I'd measure this. It gives me a little bit more conviction putting the 3 right here as I go 1, 2, 2, 6, 1, 8, right? A, B, C, I don't love it, but there it is. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, I can kind of live with that. Let's see how the channeling starts to come together. Now I'm going to have to double it, right? So I obviously, the ideal scenario would have been here. 3, oh, up we go for the 4, right? Market's not cooperating. So do I have to do it here? Well, okay, I'll go to a point here. You're pushing it. Not likely to be a 2. Right, so if it's going to roll over here and this is a 3 and we're going to deeper here, I'm losing my conviction in the impulse here. We're getting too much separation here relative to that 2. So if it's going to, I see when I look at that, I go, okay, if I'm going to trade this, I'd much rather be stuck over here and have this coming down deeper for a deeper 2, rather than guess. Oh, fuck, I don't know. Well, maybe, shit, could, right? That kind of is a dangerous way to approach the market. If you're not sure, why take the trade? What can I see here with certainty? Well, it looks like I can be pretty certain about an impulse here. Oh, fuck, if I do it that way. That looks reasonable. That's a little squishy there. A, B, C. What seems less likely, just that. How are you gonna do it? Because this is a higher low, so you'd have to go 1, 2, right? So you'd have to include that. So that has to be 3, 4, right? You gotta use it. 1. So you'd have to do it here. You're kind of stuck with this. I got an impulse here, which leads me to think A, B, C, which makes me think corrective, right? Because this sure is starting to look like a 5. So you're kind of in a no man's land here, which is, okay, the market's going to do that often. Meaning, don't force a trade if there's not one there. It's tempting, I know. Tempting. It's not quite. How would you have any conviction in where you are? Well, you want to. You're doing a wag. Oh, that's even too. Let's go 1070 and see if we get any better there. I don't think we will. My guess is we're not going to get any. It's not going to be any clearer. What are we doing here? Out to the daily. Well, this right, big 3 here, classic 4. It's just taking too long. So your best case here for the bull is you're leaning on that. I suppose. All right. The downside is I don't have an impulse here. That's what would have me hesitating here. That sure looks like a 3. And it looks like you've lost the algo. It appears. Right, you've lost the algo. Right, so you don't have anybody with a machete in front of you clearing a path. Not that couldn't go. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, okay, where can I pick him up again? There. But I mean, I suppose maybe you're into the idea of slight truncation maybe here. Or it's A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. You're going to truncate here and you're going to start it here. Okay, well that would be your best case, 1, 2. Then you're over here thinking, oh, okay, we're going to go 707 on this. Okay, we're coming down here, so 1, 2. Well, because it's iffy, if this is going to go, it's got to be an impulse, right? If that's 1, 2, this is not optional, has to be an impulse. So I'd wait for it here, so I can just be a little bit more confident in my decision to put capital at risk. I'm not sure here. I see that. Since I'm not sure, I'll wait for that. That's me. Okay, let me, never give back. What'd you give me here? How am I doing on top? 121. I'm looking good. Okay. Never give back. What do you got here? You're giving me, what are you giving me there? Oh, S&P. Okay, hang on. All right. All right, bear with me a second. Oh. All right. Well, never give back. I got to get you to give me a, let's see. Maybe I can do it here. Will that work? Oh, that does work. Pepperstone. So you're trading the CFD, I guess. Okay. Did I get your whole thing here? Yeah, I guess I did. Oh, that worked. Kind of. Okay, well, I'm gonna change a little bit on you. Let's see. You gave me you gave me a 1 hour. I got a 3-day. You gave me a 1 hour. Okay, so you're in this, right? So you're in those last 5. Is that right? Where are we here? June. Jesus, are we? Where are you? You're giving me this. Oh wow, you're going to the 1 hour. You're way over here. All right. Well, I would. Okay. We'll come back to it. Okay. So let's do this, right? So what we care about is what's happening from this low. Break of structure, retrace, break of structure. All right. So let's get it labeled, right? We get our Elliott hat on. 2, 3, 4. Looks like we're heading towards 5 there. Oh, come here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. 4, 5. That looks pretty good there. A, B. Oh, fuck. W, X, Y. Doesn't matter. How do we know it's the 4? What happened to the trend here? Stop progressing. All right, so then you zero in on that as the 4, just like here, right? Same thing. We stop progressing the trend. So we impulse, we sideways. We impulse, sideways, right? Expand, contract, expand, contract, expand, contract, right? Same thing over and over. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. All right, so we got a pretty good kick there. Okay, well, we're out of log scale. So when we're out of log scale, I love to use a regression channel. All right, I got standard deviations on either side of it. Okay, so I got a nice looking uptrend here. So we don't even have the first one in here. Let's include it. I don't know why we don't. Right, so we've got We got to break a structure up there, right? So we got a boss. Oh, let's get our EWO on there. Look for some divergence. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I want this one. All right. 3, 4, 5 coming down. What's the alternate, right? We might be able to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when in doubt, right? When it could be either, I go right to my measuring. 200% of the 1. More likely the 2 there or the 3 there. So if I take this off here, can we get a clean count there? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can, right? So I prefer that actually now that I look at it. Well, the other thing here, here's the highest peak of the EWO, which is the difference between two moving averages. Looks like this might be a 23. Let's get you right, 23, right on the edge of the channel, right in a fair value gap, right? Can't script them any better. Okay. Well, let's see here. Right, it kind of makes you think, oh shit, are we getting a little top heavy here? 1, 2, we doing it here? 3, 4, 5, maybe. Let's go up to the big one. Why not that, right? So the first question is, well, okay, why not? What's wrong with it? I don't know or yet, right? I'm just looking at it going, okay, well, why not this? I guarantee you it's technical, right? We don't have to wonder about that. Third, we've looked at that several times. This is on the, it's not going to be quite like the futures, but close enough. All right, let's get some geometry on it. It's not horrible. Ah, shit. So, okay, I'm out of time. I may have to wrap there because of my good friend is coming to install my new machine. I'm so excited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's go down to a 15 just for fun before we wrap up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, far be it from me to be calling a top in the S&P, right? I'm not doing that. I'd be a little uncomfortable buying that myself, right? I mean, if for no other reason than, okay, do I have a potential impulse here that's completing? Now, nothing says that that couldn't go, 20, 30, 40, 50 points higher. Is that what they usually do? No. Could it do it? Sure. Right? Market is never under any obligation to do anything. It's going to do what it's going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 8 up here for the 5. Would that surprise you? Now, if it starts to come down, are you thinking, oh, well, it's just another little retrace to buy the dip? Well, put your Elliott hat on. You tell me. What would your thought be? I think we might have another variable in there. That gets you right on it. Look how many times we've tagged that median line. Am I right on it? I think I am. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. You think they use that? Yeah, they use it. Do I want to sell it? No. If I did, right, where would I consider doing it? Right there. Because I don't know if this is going to go 3, 4, 5 into an A, B, C, maybe. That would be your, and that, if you didn't know what this was, right, and you just brought this chart up, would you be thinking, oh shit, I can't wait to buy that? Or would you be thinking, whoa, Look at this perfect impulse that's completed here. I sure as fuck don't want to buy that. Well, again, it's a little bit of you got to make a decision there, right? So, I mean, let's just look at it this way. So I'm out of log scale. Here, if this is my last swing low, can I at least, if I want to buy it, let's buy it in the discount? We want to pay full retail? Highest price it's ever been? Oh, I want to buy it there, right? It's never been higher? Oh, sign me up. I got to buy that. All-time highs. You know who doesn't buy all-time highs? Whales. Why? Because they don't ever have to, because they can move the market. So if it's going to stay bullish, I would anticipate. Well, okay. If it's going to stay bullish, what's the next thing you would anticipate? Well, we've got a break of structure there, right? Break of structure. If I get that out of there. Well, this was the first. We just had one here. We could just right here. Here's the low, right? So here's the range, right? So here, I'll wrap on this. Right. So here's the range. Right, here's the swing high, here's the swing low, right here. Ethereum is laying it out for you. On a 30-minute, here's the range, right? Where do I want to buy that? If given the opportunity, that's just a lot. I'm not being silly there, am I? Right? I mean, wouldn't you want to be buying it at the discount? So even if you remain wildly bullish, is that where you want to buy it? Or maybe you wait, right? You say, oh, maybe I can get something like this to come down here, right? So maybe I'm going to buy into it's a 5 though. Fuck. Okay, well, you can trade into the B. See? That's the thing that happens to you, trader. I'm gonna wrap on this. Okay, I've got a 5 of a 5 of a 5 that has completed here. Just intellectually, you know what to anticipate, but right, it's so you don't, because it's been going up. You think, well, it'd be different this time. I guarantee you, right? That's what most of the market is thinking, right? It's just human nature. Come on, man, it's been going straight up. We're new all-time highs. Boom, boom, boom. AI revolution, all of it, everything you see, all the talking heads, everything you see on the screen, and yet that's not what it usually does. So what do you want to do? I want to trade what it usually doesn't do. Because if you're buying it, that's essentially what you're saying. Oh, I don't care that that's the 5 of the 5 of the 5 of the 5 after hitting the median line 3 times and getting a perfect completed impulse. I'm going to buy it anyway. Well, see, you might be, maybe that's a fundamental argument. You say, oh, well, shit, maybe there's a rate cut coming, and boom, boom, boom. You can talk yourself into anything, and you can go find the information that will support your premise. It would take you 4 minutes to find wildly bullish analysts. So you, as the technician, have to decide, okay, what am I going to lean into? What I can see with my own eyes, or what I just read on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it is now, right? Whatever we call it, right? Oh, I just saw this. I just was in my feed, right? Some guys saying, oh, another 60, 70 points in the S&P before it tops. What do you see? What do you see? Trade what you see. Okay, guys. I'm going to wrap it there because my new machine is on the way. Okay, I'll call it a day. Thanks, guys, to all of you that hang out here. It's always a weird thing to talk to yourself for 2 hours, but hopefully you get a little something out of this. Oh, I should mention, right, any that are interested. God, I am the worst marketer. We extended our little holiday sale promotion, the Father's Day thing here. So we've got good discounts, right? So any of you that really, if you want to work on the skill set, if you're interested in the way that we combine market structure with Elliott Wave, that's the brown belt. That's the only belt we allow that you can buy without having bought or having passed the other two, right? Because it's kind of a standalone belt. All that stuff's 50% off through the end of the week. Any of you that want to develop this skill set. Or maybe have it and you want to fine tune it, right? I mean, the idea is not that you stay with us for the next 20 years. It's come in, fine tune, work on it, exchange some ideas, work with the team. Maybe you sharpen up your skills a little bit. Maybe you see something that, the question is always, right? Can I justify the expense of investing into education and material like this, a community like this? Can I offset the expense with what I learned there through a trade or 2 or 3 or 4? It's a question you got to ask yourself. Okay, guys, I got to go. You all have a great afternoon. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll catch you. When am I back? On Friday.